It's time for us to flow with tarot. So let us just jump right in. All right, we're spreading the cards and let's pull from the middle. Let's pull from the middle. Let's see what comes up. Okay, Knight of Cups. All right, give me a second. I'm going to put the rest of the cards back into the little bag. All right. Okay. So, Knight of Cups. What do we think about the Knight of Cups today? There is this sense of steadiness, steadiness and appreciation, steadiness in power, steadiness in walking in your authenticity. And I want to go back to steadiness in power. That light is very bright. But I want to go back to steadiness and power and stay there for a second. Many of us have been afraid to accept that we are powerful and that power comes from within. It is not something that's outside of us. Religion has done a very good job of scaring people into believing that their power comes from something outside of them. Okay? Religion has done a very good job. And so when you leave that construct, if you have ever been in that construct, but if you are one that has been in that construct and you have left and you are discovering your spiritual gifts, you're discovering and reconnecting with your spiritual technology, to know and understand that you have unlimited power within you can also be accompanied with fear. And just know that that fear is not yours, that fear is from religious programming. Okay. Now, I will say this, the fear is valid. Why am I saying that? Because of what, when we look into society and what we see people with power, what they have done and how they have used it, because we are human, we have a heart, we have a love for ourselves, therefore we can love other people. We can see how, for us to say, and when we're not used to saying, oh, I have all of this power within, that feels scary. Well, when we see what other people have done with their power that they know that they have, yeah, that fear that you feel can be warranted. So I'm saying that to say, don't ignore the fear, don't pretend like it's there, but also know that with your power that you also have the ability to use it in a harmonious and balanced way. You do not have to be a shitty, powerful person. You can be a person with power who has a heart for humanity. You can be a person with power and you can be intentional with your power to first improve yourself. Then you can use your power to influence the lives in a positive way of those that you love and care about, and then the world. But you have to begin with yourself first. So understand that with your power, with your spiritual gifts, that you can exist in the world powerful and yet harmonious and balanced and in a very easeful way. To me, that's what this heavy, there's such a heavy blue with this water. To me, all the blue is reminding us with water. And what do we know about water? Is that there is a flow, there is an ease. There is also the destructive part of water as well, as we see with floods, tsunamis, just traditional downpours. Okay, just a rainstorm, just a thunderstorm can cause a lot of damage. Okay, so we also, but we see with the cups also, and let me mention this, the cups, the suit of cups, it's symbolic of water. Okay. So we know that we have the ability to carry that power, to influence our own lives, to integrate it into our own lives with a certain level of balance and ease and flow. There is no force here. So when you are reconnecting with your spiritual technology, when you are connecting with the practices of your lineage, the practices of our ancient ones, our ancient wise ones, that's not a force. You don't have to force that to be. You can, and I'll say this so that we can understand this with our logical mind, you can take your time. You don't have to rush and do anything. And this is why sometimes I cringe when I hear, people that want to rush into, I'm just going to throw this example out there. They want to rush into, oh, I want to astral travel. Oh, I want to do a past life regression so I can see, who I was in the past life. Slow the fuck down, calm down. If that is a part of your spiritual technology, if that is a part of your spiritual bag, it will unfold in a very smooth and flowy way. There will be no resistance because our rush to uncover our gifts, our rush to uncover and start to get into, different spiritual practices and being able to, have these, experiences, i.e., astral travel, with that rush can cause resistance. And that's not what we see here. That's not what the Knight of Cups is reminding us. The Knight of Cups, yes, to sit in your power, to breathe it in, to use the power of water to let your power and your gifts settle in your nervous system so your nervous system can be balanced enough to know when to. So let me say it like this. Your spiritual gifts, they're always activated. They're because they're always there. And yet at the same time, there's wisdom that comes with knowing how to use them, when, why, checking your intention, checking your environment. All of that goes together. So with the Knight of Cups, yes, we see that there is an aspect of you sitting in your power and just allowing yourself to be embraced by your own power and for you to embrace it, to know it, to connect with it. Not to just rush out and start doing shit, but to just rest in it, to be with it, which is kind of like what we're doing with this segment with the tarot cards. We're just being with the card. We're talking with the card. We're talking about the card. We're resting with the card. There's no rush here. That's why I'm taking the time to go through each and every, all 78 cards in this deck. Okay. So that's how we have to treat we have to hold our power. We have to hold it delicately. If you had a diamond sitting in your hand, would you just be juggling around, tossing it up in the air, seeing if you can catch it? Would you be kicking it around like a soccer ball? No, you'll hold it in your hand, gentle, in a delicate way. And that's how you have to hold your power, That's how you have to be in or hold your spiritual gifts. That's how you have to treat your spiritual practices, your ancient spiritual practices that rest in your DNA. You hold it, you sit with it, and know that you'll always be guided on when to use it. You'll know when you have challenges that come up in your life, you know how to communicate with your gifts and communicate with those ancient spiritual practices that rest in your DNA. You know when to go into your spiritual bag, when to go into your cauldron to say, okay, this challenge is here. Now, what practice do I use to support me in transcending this challenge, to make this challenge work for me to my benefit, to not harm me or those that I love and care about. So, yeah, that's what I feel with the Knight of Cups today. All right. So let me know what you felt about this card. All right, and we'll just keep going. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you to all the new subscribers. All right. And let me know in the comments how you found me. Did you find me from, or are you following me from my main channel, which is Unleashed Alchemy TV, or did this channel just pop up for you? Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to know how you got here. And let's just keep going. And remember to be easy in your magic, but most importantly, stay in your magic. All right.